Hey, this is the master mentalist Eric Dobell from Impossibilities at the Gatlinburg Space Needle, and I'm here today with Keegan from your YouTube channel. Yes, and we're here today. First off, thank you for having me, and we're actually doing this video to announce something very special. You don't even know what it is, do you?
No.
Yeah, it's a big surprise. We are here to announce the Impossibilities coloring sheet. This is a little cartoon me. Pretty uncanny, right? And this is something that you can get on our website or at the show for free. I'll explain that more a little later. And this one's actually for you. Yep, you can just kind of toss it off to the side for now. This one is the one we're going to be using. This was actually done by my daughter. Yeah, it's a pretty good picture if you're, 2. If you're 32, it looks terrible. But if you're 2, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And I don't want to spoil the surprise yet, but there's actually some magic tricks worked into this coloring sheet. And the first magic trick uses a deck of cards. So here's what we are going to do. First, I want to show you that these cards are all mixed up and different, right? And just to be a little more fair, we're going to go ahead and shuffle the cards up a little bit. And I want you to take these cards and start dealing them one at a time face down onto the table. Yep, just like that. Perfect. Yep. Let's go ahead and keep dealing, keep dealing, keep dealing. And of course, you can stop whenever you feel like it. Yeah. You'll stop right there?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to ask you to go ahead and take this pile. Take the first card and set it right there. Next card, put it there. Next card there. Next card there. And just do it again all the way across until all the cards are gone. Okay. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Perfect. So here's our situation. We took a shuffle deck of cards. You then started dealing the cards one at a time onto the table. I said you could stop whenever you wanted, and you did. You did stop whenever you wanted. And then you cut the cards into 4 separate piles, right? So the 4 cards that you cut to are the 9 of spades, the 7 of hearts, the 3 of hearts, and the king of clubs. So the 9 of spades, the 7 of hearts, the 3 of hearts, and the king of clubs. Now, do those cards mean anything to you?
Not really.
Not really. Well, they mean something to me. They mean something to me because if you look at this coloring sheet, you'll see there's some iconography on this coloring sheet as well. I think you maybe already spotted it, didn't you? Because there's some playing cards right here in the corner, and it's a prediction. And you see that the playing cards are the king of clubs, the 3 of hearts, the 7 of hearts, and the 9 of spades. So you see, you actually use this coloring sheet to predict the 4 random cards that you just dealt to. Fun, right? Yeah. So, like I said, I'm actually going to show you how this works, okay? It's a very, very, very easy trick. It's actually an adaptation of a different kind of trick that I usually do with this. It's sort of a mentalism version of it. So let me grab the other cards out of my pocket here. So all you need to do this are the coloring sheet, of course, with the prediction right there. And then you need the 4 cards. The king of clubs, the 3 of hearts, the 7 of hearts, the 9 of spades. Doesn't really matter what the order is because it's kind of hard to get them in the right order anyways, and you'll understand why in a moment. And when you do this trick, the first thing you need to do is have those 4 cards, the 4 force cards, the prediction cards, on top of the deck. Now, when you do this trick, they're going to be face down, of course. But for explanation, I'm going to put the cards face up so you can see exactly how this works, okay? But again, if you're doing this for a friend, they're going to be face down. So the first thing you do is you introduce the coloring sheet. Say, I saw this really awesome magician at the Gatlinburg Space Needle. He was like 6'5" and really, really good at magic. And, I got this cool coloring sheet. This cool coloring sheet. You must be like 6'8" then. So you just kind of set it there. And you show them the deck of cards. You show them that they're all mixed up. And you notice I don't go all the way down so you can see those 4 cards. Doesn't really matter because they're not looking for the cards, but just in case. But anyways, you show that the cards are all mixed, and then you give them a little shuffle. You don't have to give them a shuffle, but if you can riffle shuffle, it's really simple, really, really simple. All you do is you don't shuffle the 4 cards on top into the deck. See how that works? So again, the 4 cards are right on top, right? And when you do the riffle shuffle, you just don't shuffle them in, all right? So if you can do a riffle shuffle, not a bad idea, but you don't have to. Then you hand the card to your friend, tell them to start dealing cards one at a time under the table. And while you're doing this, I'm sort of counting in my head how many cards you're dealing, right? So you deal the first 4. Those are the prediction cards. cards, right? And again, these would be face down. And then I wait till you deal about another 4, and then about 3 more after that. And then I say, almost like an afterthought, oh, by the way, you can stop dealing whatever you want. And then they usually go a few more, okay? The reason I do it that way is because you don't want them to deal the whole deck, and you also don't want them to deal not enough cards, because otherwise, both situations, it's not a very good trick. You get rid of the cards they didn't deal down, and then you have them deal the cards into a pile just like you did. And watch what happens when I do this, okay? If you follow these instructions exactly how I'm doing it right here, then every single time those 4 prediction cards will end up face up on top. Huh. And then, before you do the reveal, though, you want to do a little bit of rewriting of history. So that's what I told you. Remember I said we took a shuffled deck of cards. That was true. You dealt the cards one at a time onto the table. You could stop whenever you wanted. That was true. And then I said you then cut the card into 4 piles. That is a lie. You did not cut the cards into 4 piles. It was actually a very convoluted dealing process. But 2 things happen here. One is that you might misremember, and you think you actually did cut the cards when you didn't, which makes it a better trick for you. But the second thing that happens is that when you explain what happened to your friends, you're probably just going to tell them you cut the cards, which makes it a more impressive trick for them. So this just kind of makes it better, like in the future. So then all you got to do is turn the cards over. I like to ask them, do these cards mean anything to you? Make them think a little bit about it. And then you show that the cards actually match the 4 cards right here. See? And then you just hope that your friend doesn't turn you in for being a witch. Get you burned at the stake. So you're probably wondering where you can get some of these. Well, you're not wondering because you have one, but the people at home are probably wondering. There's 2 ways. One way is you can get it by coming to see Impossibilities at the Gatlinburg Space Needle in downtown Gatlinburg, Tennessee. We're actually going to print a bunch of these off, and if you ask for one after the show, you can just have one. They're completely free. I'll even sign it for you if you want. If you can't make it to Impossibilities, the other option you have is to go to our website, www.iristheater.com. And if you look at the little drop-down menu on, like any website, one of the tabs will say coloring sheet. You click on that, you can download this and print this off as a PDF. And we'll actually have a link to that in the description for this video. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, and again, thank you so much for doing this with me. I really, really appreciate it, and I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you enjoy coloring it, and I hope you enjoy doing that card trick. If you have any questions, just let me know.
If you want to be part of the magic, mind reading, and mayhem and Impossibilities magic show, make sure to check out Master Mentalist Eric Dobell on your next Smoky trip. The show is located at 115 Airport Road. More specifically, that's at the Iris Theater located inside of the Gatlinburg Space Needle. And we've made it easy for you to book your tickets. All you need to do is go to the description of this video where you'll find a link to the show. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.